The other day, while I was wandering around my backyard, I saw how fast my pumpkins were growing. And, moreover, I saw how fast the bees were pollinating them. And this really got me thinking, what am I doing? Am I moving fast enough? Look at how quickly this little guy is going. Look at how fast these flowers are blooming. How fast nature is moving. And I've been almost at a month working on my video game. And that got me thinking, what if I started moving faster? What if I moved like really fast? What if there was a mechanism that I could put into my game that would make me move even faster? Hi, and welcome back to T.M.M. Go. We're rebranding, people, new channel name, new everything, and that means a new prerogative. This time, instead of making a list and not following it and getting sidetracked and doing a bunch of other random shit, we're gonna actually take the list seriously this time, because I have 3 objectives for this video. 1, I want to add a dialogue system. 2, I want to add actual island interactables, or at least get it a little less green square. And 3, I want to make the interior and the inventory and like picking up objects, because a big part of the game is going to be that. Now, before we get into all that, let me actually explain what the game is about, because I've made a couple videos now, but I haven't described what the plot of this game is going to be. I'm going to make a full-scale video about that, but for now, this is just going to be the little introductory section. So, the game is about this little cat ghost that lives on this island, and they go around collecting resources, etc., for the first day. Then, on the second day, when you fall asleep, you wake up the following day, and then there is a new individual on the island. And this individual is gonna do a whole litany of different interesting things, and it's never gonna be the same individual. Well, you know, within the confines of whatever I set it to. There's going to be a bunch of different characters, and each time you play, there's gonna be a different character on the island. I mean, like I don't know. Again, I'm kind of early into game design. This is all just like, I don't even have this written down. I'm just going from my own head. But hey, okay. Well, how about we get into the first section of game design, right? Yeah, that's what everybody's here for. I mean, everybody in quotations. I think I've gotten like 3 views the past few videos. It's a lot of effort for not a lot of reward. We just keep chugging along, you know? So, this process went very well. Actually, the dialogue system is probably the one thing that worked the best out of everything I created. And it only took me about an hour and 13 minutes to create. Granted, most of the quote-unquote creating it wasn't really creating it because I used a dialogic. But that being said, it was super easy to implement, and getting it functioning was super simple. It was pretty much just click and drag. And they even have a visual scripting section of it, so it was super easy. And I consider that Objective 1 completed in record timing, if I do say so myself. Section 2 and 3 went similarly well. Not really much to report. I added trees, I added rocks, I added everything. Little rabbits that hop around. They broke a couple of times, but don't tell anybody. And that being said, it was all a fairly straightforward process. This one did take slightly longer than the other ones, but hey, you know, that's why I'm playing them both at the same time. I think it's just easier for the viewer if we condense as much information into a tight timeline as possible. I'm also manually editing this video while recording this, so I'm being hyper efficient with my video recording. But yeah, this entire process took me probably about, I wanna say, a solid, another 2 hours and 20 minutes. I think that's great timing. I think that's great. And finally, for the folks at home, if you were paying attention, that leaves us to option number 3. The last thing on our to-do list is to create an inventory and interior to the house, and add a bunch of other little quality of life things. Again, I'm kind of just improving all of this. The fact that I've got even a baseline list going is news to me. But anyways, this also went fairly well. The inventory system had some pretty simple tutorials to go alongside it, and a lot of people in the coding community are very helpful with their tutorials and resources. So, again, I'll link all of the stuff that I used down in the description below, but between the tutorials and my own coding knowledge, this wasn't actually too difficult to implement. And that being said, that does leave me at the final result of my time, which is 4 hours, 50 minutes, and 32 seconds. And here it is, the final result of the nearly 5 hours that I put into game design. Yeah. It looks good. Like, here, see, there's takes a second to load. There's rabbits everywhere, and there's like rocks and trees, and like the trees and the rocks spawn on the houses. The rabbits look a little funky, and also everything spawns next to each other. And also it doesn't spawn in the right spots. And like the inventory's kind of broken, and the inventory doesn't have any use, and you can't put things in it, and you can't like yeah, this is kind of what I get for starting university, this project, working, and a bunch of other relationship stuff at the same time. But hey, you know, look, we have a bed. That's pretty cool. So, at the end of the day, I've learned one thing. It's never slow down. Never give yourself a break. Keep moving faster. If you slow down for even a second, you aren't doing what you're supposed to be doing. Seriously. Stand up, go for a walk, and then get to work. I don't care. Just do it. That's the motto of one of the biggest exploitative companies in the world, and that can be your motto too. Like the bumblebees, never take time to sleep. Bees don't sleep, neither should you. It's called caffeine. We live in a capitalistic society for a reason. Start buying stimulants. Seriously though, move faster, get your dreams done, work harder. You can do it. I believe in you. Just like I created a video game with zero effort, background in video game making. Yeah, I'm gonna keep making this video game. This is only the beginning. This is just kind of like a little starter period. The preliminary something or other. I don't know, man. Again, I really need to start writing scripts for these videos. But hey, if you like this content, please consider liking and subscribing, because that helps me or whatever. But I'm gonna start working harder on the game, and I'm gonna get some art down, and I'm gonna actually make it look pretty so that these videos look better, and so that I can actually release it to the internet. I want this game not just to be a passion project, but to be something that I can be proud of. And that's gonna take a lot of time and effort. And I'm gonna keep using these little speedrun timers, because at the end of the day, I can farm clickbait views by saying that I spent 100 hours on a video game when I get to that point. So I'm gonna keep doing that. But hey, I hope you have a good day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna try to make these videos better, because I've been making them in a single day, and I don't really think that that is very good for the quality. But first, I need to quit my job, and then get more time, and then devote less time to the video game and more time to, see, it's all counterproductive. Anyways, see ya! Nice day outside. Shame I'm stuck in here.